Pedri has been one of the best midfielders in the world this season. If not one of the best, then honestly just the best. Seriously, the way the guy is able to keep Barcelona's build up, keep Barcelona ticking, it has reached, I think, a new level this season. Every time I watch him, he always just looks so composed. He obviously is very good on the ball. And it's not just the fact that he's good on the ball. We already know that. It's more so his composure and his ability to never let the occasion get to him. See the way he's always scanning for his teammates, the way he can calmly pick out the right pass, the way he can create space for himself. It's something that not a lot of midfielders have, especially in this day and age. So I think it's important to really give him that credit where it's due. And the reason why I'm making this video is just looking this season, he seems to have made a step up in basically every department you could possibly think of. Even if you look at him statistically, he's been forced to carry a heavier burden, again, in terms of build-up, in terms of creating chances, in terms of not losing the ball. And that's because a lot of his midfield partners haven't really played that many minutes, right? Outside of Frenkie de Jong, all of his other midfield partners haven't played over 500 minutes this season, right? Because Dani Olmo and Fermin Lopez are technically more number 10s / forwards than pure midfielders that are going to help with the build-up, even though they do help from time to time. So his most consistent midfield partner has been Eric Garcia. And I mean, respect to Garcia, he's been trying to hold down the fort as much as possible. But in terms of being a progressive midfielder, in terms of being a midfielder to share the load in build-up, he's obviously not going to do that, and nor should that be expected of him because he's a center back, he's a defender by trade. So Pedri has had even more burden on him this season compared to last season when you factor that in as well. So I think that's kind of also what makes what he's been able to do even that much more impressive, is that he just hasn't had the help nor the support, and he's had to be able to plaster so many different problem areas together. A game that would be a good example of what I'm talking about would be the game Barcelona played against Atletico Madrid just last week. So Pedri obviously started in that game. He was one of the most important players in that game. He had gotten the assist to Rafinha for the open goal. And when you look at the momentum meter here, which is supposed to help measure kind of which team is doing a lot of the attacking, which team is playing with more emphasis, more intensity, and you look here, and the blue spot is supposed to represent Atletico Madrid because they're the away team. Pedri was substituted in the 74th minute, and immediately that momentum meter completely swings Atletico Madrid's favor. Now, of course, Barcelona also substituted other players like Rafinha, who is a key to their attack as well. So, and Marcus Rashford. So I wouldn't want to downplay that. However, if Pedri was kept in that game, even with the attackers out, Barcelona probably would have been able to control the rest of that game better. And obviously, they still ended up scoring. So it's all good at the end of the day. But that kind of just shows, again, his role and his importance to the team as he is right now.
Now, there's always been talks of comparing Iniesta and Pedri, and it does make a lot of sense. Obviously, you think about the fact that they both play for Barcelona. They both tend to play on the left side of the half space in terms of playing center mid. They're usually on the left side when they both play. Now, while I'm not going to make that comparison in this video, because I still think Iniesta is better in terms of dribbling and in terms of chance creation, I do think we also have to give Pedri the fact that he has significantly less help in terms of having a stable midfield of players that can kind of relieve him of certain burdens. Right, like Iniesta didn't have to worry about the build-up as much because of players like Busquets and Xavi. Pedri again has to plaster and help carry significantly more unstable midfielders, especially this season. So I do think that's something that you have to give him. And I'm not going to say he's on Iniesta's level yet, but I do think, especially this year, Pedri, with the way he's been able to hold Barcelona together, with the fact that he's doing this again with no help, the fact that he's still being able to be one of the best chance creators in the league, one of the best dribblers in the league, still being able to never really lose the ball, the way he's able to weave away from defenders. I do think all of that has shown itself that he's in some scary conversations. And if he keeps up this play, especially considering that he's only 23 years old right now, it could get scary. But anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel. And most importantly of all, remember to have a good day.